Like that should be strategic, who you're sending your referrals for various things in this business, right? And not only like things that have to do with our industry. You know, we've got the carpet cleaners, we've got the appliance people, we've got all this, but like think about things like in your day to day, right? So strategic partnership is like your hair girl, your nail girl, your lady at the post office that you see once a week. So really just thinking through how you can partner. You're already helping their business. So how can we make that a win-win? How can we build both businesses and help each other?
This needs to be a two-way partnership, right? This isn't just about them referring you business, but you're going to demonstrate, you're going to walk the walk, right? And you're going to teach them how to refer you by referring them, right? Lauren just said, I referred 50 people to this carpet cleaner, right? So she now has, in my opinion, and yours too, I'm sure, has earned the right to be like, dude, I've sent you like 50 people. So I would love if you would think of me, like if you hear of somebody that's getting their carpets cleaned because they're thinking about selling their home soon, like, please think of me. I would love to be able to help them. And I would love to have that partnership and call it a partnership, right? Because people take that a little more seriously.
They really do. I think that's the important part. Remember, we always say this, words matter.
Mm-hmm. That's such a good point, Jamie, rather than, I'm never too busy for your referrals, right? Like, I mean, I don't know. I probably shouldn't have said that, but honestly, like that sentence bugs me to my core because I'm like, really? Come on now. Like, we can't think of something better to say than that, than just like, do you know anybody who's ready to buy or sell a house? Like, no, absolutely not. But using the carpet guy as an example again, right? So if carpet guy is going out and cleaning somebody's carpets and they hear it's because they're thinking about listing their home soon, right? You could say something along the lines of, if somebody's getting ready to, if they're cleaning their carpets just to have a realtor come over, they are probably really serious about selling their home. And so I would love to be a resource for them just to say like, yes, absolutely. Cleaning your carpets are important, but here's another list of things that you can do and also to improve your home value and tell the carpet cleaner what you're going to tell the clients so that the carpet cleaner is bought into your value proposition as well, right? Like make sure you understand about their business and they understand about your business.
Yeah, because you can tell them, I work with a partner referral or a realtor partner who has 100-person vendor list for everything you need to get your house ready to sell. Would you like me to connect you to so that you can get a copy of that vendor list? I think they would be a great resource for you. Now, we're not telling you to go and poach somebody else's client. All right. That's not what we're telling you to do, because if they already have a realtor who connected them to the carpet cleaner and they're going on the market in 2 days, respect that relationship, please. What we're just trying to show you is how this actually works and how you need to make sure that strategic partnership works and that they're referring back to you and that you're coaching them through what you want them to say in order to continue connecting you to mutual clients. All right. That's what we're trying to get at here.
Perfect. So let's talk about what does that initial contact with this strategic partner look like? Because that might feel a little uncomfortable if you're not used to doing this, right? So we do have a couple of scripts that you can use in this document to where if you are reaching out to somebody that maybe you've never asked them for a referral before, or maybe you've never shared the fact that you want to be a partner with them. So this is just a really great introduction, basically just saying, hey, Jamie just mentioned the vendor list, right? So, hey, this is Tara. I was just making a list of the best businesses that I use for my clients. Your business came to mind. You always do an awesome job for my clients. And so I want to include you on our vendor list. Is that okay if I add you to my VIP vendor list? What are they going to say? No, I don't want to be on your vendor list. Of course they're going to say yes, right? They're going to be like, yes, I would love that. Please do. Right. Yeah. And so I'm going to include your name and your email and your phone number and your website. What's the best way to contact you? How do you like people to reach out to you? Right. So they might prefer text. They might prefer email. They might prefer you go on the website and schedule through their scheduling system online. So again, you're modeling the behavior of how to refer them. And so like they will return that to you, right? So you're going to say, what's the best way to contact you? Okay, great. The only thing that I ask is that if one of my clients reaches out to you, can you just let me know that they reached out to you so that I know that they're kind of working on things, and then also that my recommendations are being used, right? So that way the Mr. Carpet Cleaner is going to call you up and be like, hey, Lauren, just so you know, Jenny Smith down the street, she just called me and got, ready for her carpets to be cleaned. Thank you for the recommendation, right? So that you know that that business is being reciprocated. And then, of course, go ahead, Jamie.
Oh, no, go ahead. I have something to add when you're done.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just going to say, and kind of like the wrap up to that is, I love recommending you. If you ever run into anybody that needs a realtor, I hope you'll think of me too. Like, simple as that, right? Here's my card, here's my number, here's my however you want to be contacted, right? So you're giving before you're asking for something in return.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Jamie?
I was just gonna say, I think we all need a little bit of Lauren in our life too, because Lauren, I want you to share, because I love that you do this, and I need to be better about doing this. Whether it's another partner agent, whether it's a friend, whatever, you're really good at like the follow-up of, here's a card and brownies, something super simple like that. Whenever you have a conversation with somebody, you're really good at sending them something just to say, hey, thanks for your time, or hey, thanks for allowing me to add you to my vendor list. Like, I think that's genius, by the way.
Yeah, it's what we do with our clients. So why can't we do it with these people too? Honestly, you may get how many referrals from a past client? Their circle's a lot smaller than these partnerships right here. Mm-hmm. These people are in people's house all day, every day, or in people's salon. They got people in their salon chair every day. Like you said, every hour, maybe every 4 hours if you're doing my hair, but you know what I mean? Like, they just have this, they've got more relationships. Like, we get maxed out at some point on our SOI, right? As far as like those deeper relationships go. I mean, I don't know what the stat is, but I don't know. For me, I feel like I can only really go deep and have with probably 100 people, right? And then your brain you don't have the capacity anymore. So if you can get other people working on your behalf like this, it's going to continue to cultivate those referrals a lot stronger, I think.
And like, how much does it cost to send those brownies? Like $6?
Oh yeah, it's like $6-7.
Yeah.
Easy.
And then the other follow-up to that is just continuing to love on them and send them your reminder media magazine once per quarter. Because if it's your hairstylist, if it's your dentist, if it's your doctor, those magazines stick around, and you're constantly still staying in front of them with that partnership, right? Call them, put them on a roundup.
Pro tip on that: if you're going to send like crumble cookies to your salon girl, don't send it to her house. Send it to the salon. Right? Because you want all those other people to be like, well, dang, who sent you crumble cookies? So just, again, be strategic about that. So,
right. So you start with the text script or the script that we just gave you here. Make it your own, make it feel comfortable for you. Make the introduction. One other thing that Lauren taught me, and I've implemented into my business too, is what I call the 3-way text, right? So it is really, really easy to be like, hey, Mr. So-and-so, here's who you should use to clean your carpets, right? And then you kind of like let it die right there, right? Like, I made the recommendation, I've done my job, moving on. But Lauren taught me to take that to the next level and create a 3-way text, right? So it's like, put the carpet cleaner and the client on one text and just say, hey, this is Tara. Danny's the name of my carpet cleaner, right? Danny, this is Jenny. Jenny, this is Danny. Danny's going to do an amazing job cleaning your carpets. Jenny, you guys go ahead and get organized from here. But I just wanted to make sure that I made the introduction, right? Because when you do that, subconsciously in the carpet cleaner's mind, you're like, that connection is even stronger now, right? So you do you create the script with your vendor. I want to be your strategic partner, right? You make the recommendation, you do the 3-way text, you follow up with like some little brownies or whatever to the carpet cleaner and just say, hey, thanks so much for taking care of Jenny. I really, really appreciate it. Right? That goes so far. If you continue to do that and stay in relationship with a person in that kind of way, you absolutely will get referrals back, because I can guarantee you nobody else is doing that, right? The only thing that they're getting from other realtors are complaints that their customer gave about, the service, or he showed up late or what, right? Nobody's sending the carpet cleaner brownies, right? Nobody's sending.
I can tell you like the extent of some of this because we've seen it in our own business. A lot of times agents, like, let's say their intent is good, right? Like they want to go above and beyond and, get in good with the salon, right? So maybe they take something to the salon one time, but they don't have a personal relationship with those hairstylists. Like it's just some random salon that's close to your house. So you take by like a bag of Christmas cookies and say, Merry Christmas. I live in your neighborhood. If you know anybody that wants to buy or sell, call me. It doesn't work though. I've tried it. I've done it. Like in the beginning of my career, I used to do that stuff. I look back and I'm like, why did I do it like that? I did it like that because nobody taught me any different. Right. But now that you know better, you do better. You got to take that stuff a little bit deeper for it to really, really start converting to actual referrals.
And
I'll tell you this, just like, good.
No, go ahead, Jamie.
No, I just, I lost my thought. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, in the return on investment on something like this, right? On your time, first of all, it's free to make the phone call, free to make the introduction, free to do the text message. Maybe you spend $6 or $7 on the follow-up, brownies or whatever. And that turns in, and you do that even 10 times, right? You're still less than $100 investment. And that easily turns into 7, 10, 15, maybe depending on your market, $20,000 in commission, right? So it's much, much less expensive to do it that way. And then just continue to stay in relationship, right? Then go out and thank the vendor. When you know that vendor has provided excellent service to your client, go out and say, thank you so much for taking care of my client XYZ. It means the world to me that you treat them the way that I want them to be treated. I'll be sure to refer the next person to you as well, right? So much better than circle prospecting or cold calling, right? To make relationships this way. Absolutely. And then we also have this little,
hold on real quick. I wanted to add one more thing. What we're trying to explain to you is just make a VIP list. It doesn't have to be 100 people. Start small and start with what you can reasonably keep up with. So if it's only 10 people or if it's only 5 people, that's still more than you have right now, which is 0. So start with your list of 5 or 10. And the same way that we're teaching you to love on your sphere, to do home equity report drop-offs, and to do your follow-ups on those things, you need to do the same exact thing with these people that are your VIP strategic partners. So if you have 5 or 10, make sure that you are staying in connection and in communication with them all throughout the year. Like Lauren said, not just at the end of the year. Make sure that you have them on a drip. Make sure you're sending them your email. Make sure you have certain things in place that you are continuing to remind them, like, hey, sent you another person, whatever, and make sure that when they send you somebody, you thank them appropriately. Right. So you do have to have a follow-up with these people in order for it to be a long-lasting relationship. So that's my last piece of advice.
And I would say too, like if you're starting from scratch on this, take a look at where you're already sending business. Where are you going consistently? And be real with yourself, right? If you're going to the same nail girl, you've been going to the same nail girl for 4 years and they haven't sent you any business, like, and you are constantly like referring them business, you might need to find a new nail girl. Like that sounds hard, but some people just aren't going to get there with you. Maybe their sister's an agent. That's fine. Like you want to respect the loyalty level there, but you do have to be strategic about this. And if your top 10 people that you use all the time are not reciprocating, reevaluate. That sounds tacky, but it's the truth.
It is the truth though, right? I mean, unfortunately. So okay. And then just make sure that you're looking for different ways to further that relationship down the road, right? So if you do have somebody that's referring somebody to you every so often, how can you continue to just further that relationship? So this script here is more along the lines of something that you might send. Let's say you're doing a client appreciation event, right? So like we've done this in the past. We do a dog days of summer thing at our pool, right? So the dogs come and swim. the little boutique dog food store that we go to. It's a small business. It's locally owned. I reach out to Brian and I'm like, hey, Brian, just so you know, we're doing our dog days this summer again. Would you like to partner with me on this event? Right now, they're getting exposure to the rest of your neighborhood, your farm, your personal sphere of influence, whatever it is. And then they feel even more invested in your business, right? Because now they've met your clients, they've met your sister, they've met your neighbor, right? So this is something that you could use, maybe if they want to help sponsor an event, maybe if they're not giving you money, they are just sharing advertising with you. There's a lot of different ways that you guys can work back and forth on this. So, take some time to go through this workbook, identify, like Jamie said, it doesn't have to be 100 people long right now. Maybe you start with 5 people, maybe you start with 10 people, whatever it is, but intentionally reach out to them and see how you guys can work together. Use these scripts that you have. You have an inspiration list at the bottom. And, this is a great way to start lead generating in this market that we need to be actively out there lead generating. We can't just be sitting back accepting business anymore. So hopefully this is something that sparked some interest for you, that you can think of somebody right off the top of your head that you're going to start this with. Don't move on until the next module until you have finished this workbook though. Okay. I know it's easy to be like, oh, I'm going to come back to that. Don't come back to it. Do it right now before you move on to the next module. And we'll see you guys soon.